Okay, hello and Assalamualaikum. So this is our first chapter, Introduction to Human Resource Management. Right, so the learning objective you can read on your own. Okay, next is we are going to do the definition of human resource management. Right, so basically human resource means pengurusan sumber manusia. So in this class, for the rest of your semester, you are going to think that you are the human resource manager, right? If let's say you cannot change your perspective from certain perspective to the manager or the person who actually handle the human resource, your explanation will actually go wrong, right? So I'm going to do this lecture in English. However, if necessary, I'm going to explain further in Malay as well, right? Okay, so if should you have any question right after the lecture finish, you can actually post your question in Telegram. Okay, so before I proceed, we actually have our textbook by Human Resource Management by Mamunah Aminuddin. So current edition is 4th edition. If let's say you have this book, then I would suggest you to refer to this book. This book is very good actually. However, I understand that you might not have the access to gain the books, right? Okay, so let's say if you have that problem, what you can do is first you need to listen carefully to the lecture, refer to the slide, and if let's say you still have question, you can actually use search or you can actually Google the information first before asking me the question, right? Okay, so human resource management is basically we are going to talk about the organization whereby inside the organization we have human resource department. So in that department we will have a manager or personnel or executive, human resource executive who will handle the tasks inside human resource management. Take for example recruiting, training, payroll, giving your employee the income and whatnot. So I think you are familiar with the tasks that human resource management do. However, because you are a student, you are not really familiar with the situation or you are not very familiar with the real thing, right? So human resource management is the development and implementation of a system. We use system in our organization to attract people. People here, when I say people, I'm referring to the workforce, pekerja. Workforce can be they are going to use some words like staff. It can be subordinate. It can be labor. It can be some other word that they are going to use other words just to confuse you, right? But it all means that worker. So you as a human resource manager, your job is to attract them, develop means train lah, retain, maintain them in your company, right? Okay. So next, importance of human resource management. If let's say you check in your textbook, there's no, dia tak ada setempat. Okay, you only can get this importance of human resource management when you finish all 8 chapters altogether. Right, first is accommodating employees' needs. Okay, it's very important for you to have human resource department or human resource manager because you need to accommodate ni memenuhi keperluan pekerja. Like for example, when the worker need to have flexible hours. Okay, childcare is like daycare lah for their children, because if they don't have this kind of facility, they are not going to do a very good job, or they cannot work. They cannot be a good worker. And fringe benefit is other benefit that being offered by the employee to the employer to the employee. We are going to discuss this in next chapter, right? So next is increased complexity of a manager's job. Okay, manager's job here referring to other manager in other department. So basically, human resource manager, he or she will assist them in, like for example, operation department. They need to hire people or worker. So human resource department will assist the operation manager to get the worker, to recruit the worker, and to select the best worker. Usually they are going to do this through interview as well as the selection process. Performance appraisal. Performance appraisal in Malay, you can take it as penilaian prestasi. So they also have something that we call as test. It's not quizzes lah. Test like when you want to have, if you want to get a promotion, you have to do, or you have to fulfill all the criteria needed. So this is, we call it as performance appraisal. So all this will be discussed in next chapter. Excuse me. So training as well. Other manager from other department will ask human resource department to do the training for their worker, right? So this is where it is very important for a company to have human resource department. You get what I mean? Right. Okay, so next is increasing legal complexity. Legal complexity include Employment Act, for example. So human resource management and the manager will advise on the Employment Act. When there's disciplinary act, nak pecat ke tak nak pecat worker, take for example. On EPF, Employee Providence Fund, HR, they will manage the EPF. Employee Provident Fund ni dia punya simpanan lah. Kalau dia company private sector, as well as if the worker is a not permanent worker. Itu kita akan discuss later on. SOCSO is basically insurance. OSHA is basically safety and health of the employee. Alright, so next is human resource information system. So human resource, they need to keep the data of their employee. So nowadays, we are not going to use a manual like file, written in a file. No. Everything is computerized. Like when you key in your metric number, you can see all your details in there. Cost of human resource. So it's very important to have a proper and effective human resource department in order for the company to decrease the cost. Decrease how they are going to decrease the cost of human resource is by making sure that there will be no high cost of turnover. Cost of turnover is kekerapan pekerja masuk bekerja dan keluar. Keluar tu maksudnya resign. So kalau tinggi means that orang tak suka kerja tempat you. And it's bad. It's not a good thing when you have a high turnover. So human resource need to think of something to make sure that you can decrease the level of turnover. Absenteeism, you need to decrease, right? Kalau tak rugi. And sabotage. This is like worst scenario lah. Sometimes worker dia tak suka ke apa, dia boleh sabotage, bakar ke whatever. Okay, so next is challenges or changes of human resource management. So this one you can actually refer to your textbook, page 7. Kalau you tengok 4th edition lah. Kalau you edisi lain, you kena cari sendiri. Right, so there will be changes in technology, right? New machine, new IT skill, new knowledge. So you as a human resource manager or department is challenge for you to make sure that your employee is well-versed. Well-versed maksudnya pandai lah. You need to provide training every time the technology change. Right. Globalization and increased competition. Globalization means world without boundaries. So basically, we talk about WW, World Wide Web. So everything, every information nowadays, people or company put online. So, as a potential applicant or worker, dia belum buka lagi, dia nak apply. They are going to search online about your company. So, here, it will become a competition whereby potential candidate can search for company A and company B and compare. Like you are company A, are you offering more than company B? So, because of this, we call it as competition. Okay, right. Okay, so here, if you see here, apa yang dicakap kat sini, they talk about product and service. So, product and service, service dia boleh produce dekat negara lain. However, here dia kata level is not so mobile. Maksudnya, benda tak semestinya diproduce kat sini. Pekerja tak perlu nak bila kena ke China, dia kena pergi China. Tak. Now, it is globalized, like made in China. So, basically produk yang you buat tu, boleh dibuat di China. So now you don't have to shift your worker to go kena keluar mobile lah, berada di mana-mana. So this is one part of globalization. It happens because of the globalization. Okay, the next, open business in other countries and wish to employ their own national in the key position to look after their interests. Okay, so sometimes company, they open their business in other country. Bila open dekat country lain, company dia akan hire worker dekat company tu. Contoh you buka company kat UK. Of course dia akan ambil pekerja UK kan? Right? So basically, it's a very challenging job for HR. You HQ dekat Malaysia. So macam mana you nak jaga ataupun you nak manage these people? Okay. Right, next. Employee education and expectation. So basically nowadays, usually student, they have diploma or they already have their degree. So the higher the education, the higher their expectation. They expect more income, they expect more benefits, benefit ni kelebihan lain lah. So basically, human resource akan pening. Human resource manager, they need to have to think what are the things that they can do to attract this new applicant compared to other company. Workforce diversity, kepelbagaian pekerja. Like for example, in your company, you have different gender, you have different races, you have different age. So there's a gap between that. And you need to manage them to make sure that they can actually work in the company harmoniously. Okay, right. So you boleh tengok apa masuk generation X, Y and baby boomers. Baby boomers is basically like your father lah, yang dah lahir lama. Macam you, I think you are X. But now there also there's another generation. I cannot remember generation apa yang terbaru, like my son yang baru-baru lahir. Okay, so you boleh tengok. Okay, so next is the structure of human resource management. Structure of human resource, we have big and small. Okay, ini big and small means that if let's say you have a large or big company, so do you need to have a special department just for human resource manager or just for human resource? Okay, so if you have a big company, it is necessary, it is compulsory for you to have one department just for handling human resource. Because you need to handle, like, if let's say, if you go through all the chapter, there are 7 tasks in human resource management. Right, okay? So it will be like to payroll maksudnya bayar gaji lah, one department. The department which handling recruitment will be one department. So this is for big or large organization, whereby contradict to, this is just example. You don't have to, dia tak boleh nak pergi balik. Never mind the structure tadi, you don't have to draw the structure, just example for you untuk you nampak macam mana large company. Alright, small organization usually they don't have a special department and they don't have manager itself. Selalunya owner tu akan ambil kerja human resource. You get what I mean? Sebab dia ada structure dia sangat kecil. Contoh kat sini macam gambar you tengok ni. Okay, so dekat sini tak ada human resource punya department kan? So basically lah, dia tak semestinya manager yang buat. It can be somebody else, but they don't have a specific people or department who handle human resource. Itu beza dia. The other things you boleh read dalam slide tu, I tak go through slide or I tak go through word by word, because you can actually read that. Alright, okay, so we are going to continue with functions of human resource management. So as you can see, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 altogether. These are all the function or activities of human resource management. Starting with employment, which is under this, there will be recruitment of employee, training, payment, health and safety. Alright, certain books or certain, if let's say you are being asked with different words, let's say reward system, they can actually change into compensation and benefit. Alright, kena ingat ya yang tu, sebab nanti kalau dia keluarkan soalan, give apa-apa compensation, you dah tak tahu dah mana pula compensation tak pernah diajar. Alright, so health and safety, This one, employee service as well as productivity improvement scheme. Kat sini, we are going to talk about performance appraisal, penilaian prestasi. And the last topic will be industrial relation. Okay, so kita akan go one by one. Basically, all these are all the chapter in your full syllabus ataupun for this semester. Okay, start with the employment. What are the things that will be discussed in employment? It is human resource planning. How you as a human resource manager, you are going to plan to recruit a new worker. Take for example, how many people according to your budget ataupun company punya profitability lah. And human resource management or department, they are going to set policy. Administer disciplinary action system. Ini for those yang having disciplinary punya problem. Recruitment, hired people. Delivering career movement, this one is to transfer or to promote. Promotion tu bukan year end sale ya. Promotion here means to promote people, naik pangkat. Terminate employees, berhentikan employees. License with immigration and labor department, jabatan buruh lah. License tu bekerjasama. Records keeping, yeah, like all the resume, the employee resume will be kept safely. Usually they are going to use HRIS. For big company, they have this system. Alright, okay, so next, training and development. All this will be discussed further in each chapter. Right? So implementing induction activity. First of all, you as a human resource manager, you are going to conduct atau manage induksi. Macam you all kan, ada minggu-minggu apa, siswa-siswa tu, MDS ke apa, itulah benda tu. Organizing skills training, kena bagi training. Organizing supervisory ni means ada orang monitor. Like for example, if a new worker, they will have to work under close supervision by one supervisor. Develop managing performance management appraisal system. Ini we are going to talk about performance appraisal, penilaian prestasi. Ini pun HRM. Okay, what about payment? Income of your employee. Remember, you are the human resource manager. Alright, so you as a human resource manager or personnel, you have to establish wage structure. Wage structure ni, wage is basically upah. Upah ni dia akan, it will include income, wage, salary as well as harian punya upah. Right? So structure dia nak bayar macam mana, bila, all this. Developing information for payroll. Payroll ni pembayaran gaji. So you need to have information. For this grade, let's say kalau pensyarah dia ada DM45, how much you need to pay, right? Establishing incentive scheme. Incentive scheme ni macam tambahan lah untuk to try to make your worker work harder. So dia macam bonus, you can give some other benefits. Here the benefit is here, advising on benefits. Benefits like, do your company offer insurance, panel clinic, free lunches, free transportation, etc. Okay, so safety and health. For safety and health, the human resource department or manager, you need to organize safety activities, right? This is very important because there will be safety officer who are going to monitor all this. Developing wellness activity, Zumba, Tabata, betul ke? Whatever wellness activity that can keep your worker healthy lah. Investigate accident, yes. Whenever accident happen, human resource management, they are responsible to investigate accident and report to kita ada Department of Occupational Safety and Health. So this will be discussed further in chapter safety and health later on in next chapter. Provision of health services. Okay, health services, what kind of health services being offered? Here, usually they are going to have the list of panel clinic whatsoever. If you are in government sector, then you have to go to government clinic or government hospital. Okay, alright. Developing sexual harassment and violence program. Okay, if there is cases of sexual harassment as well as violence, bully, yeah. So it also comes under safety and health. Employee service or welfare, kebajikan ya, kebajikan employee. Take for example, Human resource management or manager need to supervise canteen facilities. Ini example lah. Provision of transport, bagi transport like factory worker. Why? Sebab melibatkan keselamatan. Usually they have shift work, right? So dia mungkin kena keluar kerja pukul 3 pagi. So it's very important. Provision of recreation facilities like gymnasium, gym, yearly punya panggil tu pemeriksaan kesihatan, counselling. This is also falls under welfare. It's very important because people tend to be stressed out nowadays. Banyak cases ya. Alright, productivity improvement scheme here also known as performance appraisal. Performance appraisal adalah penilaian prestasi. Let's say in your question, they ask you about performance appraisal. Inilah, right? Okay. Quality program such as ISO program. Ya, ISO ni untuk kita nak tengok quality. Quality system, procedure. If you are in manufacturing company, then your quality of the product. Developing suggestion scheme, team problem solving activities, Kaizen tools. Kaizen ni nanti kita akan tengok. Ni ada apa, fishbone lah, apalah. There are so many tools that can be used in order to measure the quality of your, let's say if you're producing product, then it's product. But if let's say you are providing service, the quality of your company services. Industrial relation is our last chapter. Here, for this chapter only, okay, I repeat, only for this chapter, industrial relation, you need to put yourself as an employee, pekerja. Kena tengok dari perspektif pekerja. Why? Sebab senang untuk you tulis explanation. Okay, grievance handling. Grievance maksudnya tak puas hati lah. Sedih. Alright, siapa yang sedih? You lah as an employee. Sebelum ni, you kena letak diri sebagai employer. Now, I ask you to put yourself as an employee. Dia lebih senang untuk you macam imagine benda tu macam mana. Alright. So how you are going to handle the grievance? Okay. Sekarang ni grievance ni employee you yang sedih. Yang handle tu bukan you lah. Yang handle tu manager. So ada dia punya how. Okay. Relation with trade union representative. Okay. Sekarang ni hubungan antara trade union ni adalah persatuan ya. Representative wakil persatuan. We are going to learn about wakil persatuan majikan, wakil persatuan pekerja. Collective bargaining negotiation. Collective bargaining negotiation, we are going to talk about when worker or employee want to negotiate on terms. Terms maksudnya syarat-syarat, want to ask for demand for increase of salary, for example. Preparing for possibilities such as strike action. Okay, strike ada mogok ya. So here, preparing for possibility ni as a manager. Dekat sini, semua ni manager lagi. Tapi bila when it come to industrial relation chapter, which is chapter 8 later on, all the explanation, usually you need to put yourself as an employee. Sebab siapa yang buat strike? You as an employee. Okay? Ada syarat dia nanti kita later on, baru kita belajar. That's why it's very important to learn HR. It's not just for syllabus or CGPA. Is when you become worker as well as you become manager, it's really, you need to know all this. Right, strike is mogok. So nanti kita akan tengok lah. It's very interesting basically. Kalau you suka lah, I suka lah. Alright, so summary, you carry on your own. So this is the textbook. This is the 3rd edition ya. Latest edition is 4th edition, color di biru. But if you have this one or you have the previous edition, then it will be good enough. If you don't have, then you have to, that's why you can search lah for more or further information. And I will try my best to find if let's say there's ebook link, right? If ada, and I will share it to you. Okay, so that's about it I think. So thank you very much. Please, let's say if you have any question, please make a list of question and put it in your Telegram group. Alright? Okay, thank you.